So we would like to do chapter 9, mastery number 9C, which tells us we want to solve for x. And they give us x plus 4 over x minus 5 equals y. So what was the problem with this one, Micah? What made this one harder than the others?
It's because, well, the other ones just had, you had to solve one variable, but there's like two x's there, and I can't figure out how to get rid of at least one of them to make sure I have the other one.
You guys see that problem, right? Like, I want to get x equals, but that doesn't seem super possible because there's two x's, right?
False cancel.
Okay, yes. Doing math wrong, we could get one x. In fact, actually, if we false canceled, we'd get no x's, right?
Yes.
So I would advise you treat this like solve x plus 4 over x minus 5 equals a number. What would you do then?
Conjugate your verbs.
I would advise against conjugation here.
Oh, because they're on the bottom sides. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want the bottom out of there, right?
Yeah, so you do one there.
Okay, so my first step is just going to be to take this thing. I'm going to multiply by the bottom to what? Y. Yeah, so I don't have fractions anymore, right? So I'm going to get x plus 4 on the left, right? And on the right, what do I get?
Equals y parentheses x minus 5.
Perfect. So I got x plus 4 is y times x minus 5. This doesn't seem to have helped, right? Because I still have two x's. Okay, so yeah, actually, that's perfect, right? I should combine like terms. So let me distribute the y. Right, that'd be your first step towards getting like terms. So when you distribute the y, what do you get? You get x plus 4 is x times y minus 5 y. Okay, then what? What do I want to have by itself? X, right? So I should get the x's on one side, the numbers on the other. Okay, so how do I get the x's on one side and the numbers on the other? So I need to subtract x maybe from both sides. So I'll get, if I subtract x from both sides, what do I get? 4 equals, well, that stuff, right? X times y minus 5y minus an x. Still got two x's, right? What else could I move? I promise I have a goal in mind here. What else could I move?
Move the 4 over and matrix it? No? You wouldn't want to do that?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Matrices are good for solving two equations. I only have one here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense.
I have a minus 5y. That doesn't have any x's in it, right? So let me put that on the other side. How would you put that on the other side? Add 5y. Okay, so if you add 5y, on the left-hand side you've got 4 plus 5y, right? And on the right-hand side you've got, what are you left with over there? Maybe let me rephrase that as y times x minus x.
Divide the
No.
Can you factor out x?
Yeah, you can think about that as combined like terms, right? This is really the combined like terms I was going for. Right, you have y x's, somebody takes one away. How many x's you got now? You had y, then someone took one away. You had y x's, right? That's what this represents. This is y groups of x things. And then somebody took one of your groups of x things away. How about factor an x out? If you factor an x out, what are you left with?
Y minus 1.
Y minus 1 times x. And that's 4 plus 5y. guys see that?
I feel like we haven't gotten anywhere.
Ah, but I have gotten somewhere. What was the magic that happened between this step and the last step?
Well, now we only have one x.
Yeah, there were 2 x's here. Now there's only 1. So I can get x by itself really easily right here.
Progress.
Because I just divide by
Y minus 1.
y minus 1. So this step was a factor, right? That was also, that factor, that was really the combined like term step I was sort of shooting for. You guys see if y had been a number, right? Like if y was 7, I'd have 7x minus x, I'd call that 6x, and then divide by 6, right? This is a little bit harder because y minus 1 is not so easy to see that you can divide by, but it's the same business. So what do you end up with?
Y over y minus 1.
Perfect. 4 plus 5y over y minus 1.
Yes.
Bam, done.
That was only like 3 or something.
I knew it wasn't going
But
to
you
be
created
3.
another scary fraction.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a scary fraction because I started with a scary fraction, right? Like if y is a scary fraction of x, then
Oh.
probably x is a scary fraction of y. Does that kind of make sense? There's a method to do inverses that looks a little bit like this that I didn't teach you guys.
Would you want to sort the answer in a certain way, like do y before the numbers, or so it would be like 5y plus 4?
Yeah, I don't really care. If you go look in the answer key in your book, they'll reorder this into x on the left-hand side, right? The thing you solved for equals 5y plus 4 on the top over y minus 1. Is this a better order? In some ways. Is it a big deal? No, not at all. Cool. Questions? Thanks.
Still kind of confused how you did that factor part.
This step?
Yeah, that's where I was trying to get rid of that 1x, and I'm still trying to figure out how you got that y minus 1.
So, at the very least, are you with me?
Because
that-
I'm thinking when it x minus x, right away, it's like, okay, you just get rid of the whole x itself.
Yeah, but it's attached to a y, right? This is counting a number of x's.
It would be easier, right?
So you've got some x's and then one of them left. So you have however many more, right? However many you started with, minus 1 left.
It'd be like if you,
Oh, parentheses are on negative 1.
Yeah, maybe we could rethink this as, so let me pull this piece out. So we could rethink that as y times x plus negative 1 times x, right? Now it should be pretty clear that if I factor an x out, I should get y plus negative 1.
Yeah,
That's better?
yeah. that makes sense.
it'd be like trying to take 6x minus x and just taking the x's and subtracting them instead of combining.
Another thing you could do is you could try it with a couple numbers and just see what you get, right? So like, if I just say, okay, if y was 7, then I've got 7x minus x gives me 6x, right? That's this minus 1, right? If I did y was negative 10, I'd have negative 10x minus x is negative 11x. Oh, that's still subtract 1, right? I could notice that pattern. Cool. Questions, things? Be a little careful with this pattern noticing stuff. It doesn't always work, especially if you only pick a couple of things. The patterns can be funny. If you are doing pattern grabbing like that, stay away from the number 2. 2 has some funny patterns. Right? This causes a lot of fundamental mix-ups in math. And it actually makes 4-dimensional space really a pain in the ass. Other things? Any questions on the rest of this? Okay.